Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Today is July 26th, 2021. I'm Tulio Siragusa with Dojo Live, and this is the recap show where we take 10 minutes and recap last week's shows and give you the highlights. It's like the Monday morning quarterback highlights, I suppose. So here we are. Joining me today is Kim Lantis from Hermosillo, Mexico, and Carlos Ponce in Cuernavaca, Mexico. Hey guys, welcome back.
Thank you,
Hey.
Tulio. Appreciate
Uh,
it.
All right, as they say, let's get it. Let's get right into it. So we had two live shows last week, and we had
Yeah.
one rebroadcast. We unfortunately
Last
had a
week we
last
actually
minute
worked.
cancellation. Yeah, we did. We had a last minute cancellation, but we did a rebroadcast to keep the airways active, and we have like 400 plus shows, so might as well share something, even though someone can't make it. But I'm excited that the guests got rebooked. So, well, anyway, we had fast payments and slow spaces with
Mhm.
Cody Eddings, who's the CEO and co-founder at SnapRefund, followed by Overcoming the Tech Social Networking Overload with Sean Bair, who's the CEO at ZooWho. And finally, AI Unlocking the Data in the Human Spectrum with Marc Rippen, who is the CEO at Alertgy. So let's go right into it, guys. Which of these three shows stood out the most for you? Why?
That's easy. Okay, let me get a head start on this because the topic is still fresh in my mind. The one with allergy, sorry, it, for a number of reasons, but two of these reasons are I felt it was a extremely heartfelt a story that the guest
Mm.
shared with us. Yeah, it was a very personal, very intimate. So I appreciated the fact that he opened up to a personal experience that he had,
Mhm.
which gave birth to the solution that he's putting out there. And I believe that it's for the right reasons, not just to make money. So to
Right.
add to that the fact that, as you said it very accurately, you use the term. It's how do you Tulio? It's a love. It's a labor of love or something along those lines. I like
Yeah.
that aspect of it because you don't get to see that a lot. Something that is love driven. I mean, it has to pull almost everybody's attention or else you're not human, right? And also because as is your case, I think, Tulio, we're very close to the subject of diabetes, right? So
Hmm.
we're touching on that for one reason or another, and that's also very eye-opening. It's like there is hope, there is a solution out there that's gonna could help us prevent a lot of headaches in terms of keeping an eye on our loved ones. So that's why it pulled my attention. That one in particular.
Yeah, I mean, he got teary. I was talking about his wife who almost
Hmm.
passed, and I just love that. It reminded me of interview we did 3 years ago with uh, Nicholas Galot, who's the CEO of Ultra.
Hmm.
And we asked him at the end of the show, like, any words of wisdom do you have for entrepreneurs, for anyone on the fence about disrupting a marketplace? Ultra's done a really good job disrupting the gaming industry. We're happy to have him even as a client. But uh, he said, do what you really love, because you're going to spend, especially if it's a startup, you're going to spend like 2/3 of your day doing it, 7 days a week. If you don't love it, if it's not something that's like driving you from a place of love, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to be good at it. So he's like the epitome, the perfect example, Marc Rippen, of doing what you love, but also doing something for love, right? Driven by
Right.
love. All
Yeah.
right. So what else? What else stood out for you guys? What about you,
Okay.
Kim?
Well, on Mark's particular show, I unfortunately didn't get to co-host, but I did watch it and I really liked it. I thought where I think it's unique, where you have a desire to help, come together with the cosmos of your actual capability to be able to help. And I think that's pretty magical. I really appreciated that, along with his vulnerability and just this push forward. The whole idea of a spectrum, and that it's a technology that's non-invasive, something about like kind of like radio waves, or being able to detect rather than having to, use needles or things like that, which I think is just fantastic. So I'm really excited to see Alertgy, get past their FDA approval and what's coming in this next year or two.
Yeah, we
So
need more
keep them on your
breakthroughs
radar.
like that. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
We need more breakthroughs like that. We also had a good conversation with Cody Eddings, who's the CEO and co-founder of SnapRefund. We were talking about, again, making people's lives better. When it comes to like insurance claims, it turns out some payments were as slow as molasses in terms of getting it out to consumers. And unfortunately, the consumers that get it worse are those who need it the fastest, right? So those less fortunate need the money to turn around the fastest. It's slow. So they've created a solution that enables those insurance companies to release the funds faster, to automate it, to make it in such a way that it doesn't take as long. Obviously, companies make money by holding on to the money as much as they can, but there's legislature that limits them how much they can hold on to them, or how long they can hold on them. So good thing for that. Now it comes down to an execution issue. So if you're watching and you're an insurance company, check out SnapRefund. They've got a solution that your customers will love, because if you don't pay on time, people will leave, and that stuff gets around.
That's, I think, tapping into what's been a theme throughout this past year, especially, which is just customer experience, and companies waking up to the fact that a solid customer experience is where it's at, where it's necessary, and then a lot of tools, right, like SnapRefund, coming about to help you better your customer experience, which ultimately is, a big differentiator between your success or your competitor's success.
Yeah, exactly. And even the rebroadcast we had, again, it's like there's so much noise, so much information. Social media has definitely created a megaphone for all of us, but in some cases you don't want to hear everything, right? So you've got to have a way to kind of pare things down to the kind of people you want circled in your, a circle of people you want in your life. And so the ZooWho solution happens to be one of those solution that works with your existing social networks, but somehow works to distill it down to something that is more of interest to each of us based on our interest levels and so on. So check out that show as well if you haven't. And then what do we got coming up this week?
Yeah, we got 2 shows confirmed. Unfortunately, we had a cancellation for tomorrow, and so we're looking at filling that space. Hopefully, we'll get there. But the ones that are confirmed, Tulio, are 2, and that's the number 1 for Wednesday, with Shannon Ferguson, the co-founder and CEO of FanSaves. The topic is bridging the gap between sports teams, sponsors, and fans. We're going to be answering the question why it's important to bring sponsorship into the digital age and better engage sports fans. And then finally on Thursday, it's going to be with Hans, and the topic is going to be from breathing.ai, and the topic is going to be healthier screen time in the blink of an eye and with AI. So that's what we have for this week, right here on Dojo Live at 12 p.m. Pacific.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. And if you have a story you want to share your breakthrough, your luminary technology that's going to change the world, or at least change a segment or disrupt a segment. Anyway, if you want people to learn about it and learn about your company, we have an awesome audience. We have C-level executives who watch the show who could be your customers, and we also have people who might want to work for you. So just make a note right where you're watching us, comment, like to be on the show. We will contact you. We'll get you booked on the show. See you back Wednesday, guys, at 12 p.m. Pacific.
See you back then.